What's going on, guys? The Iron Jesse here, and welcome back to my new TV show review. And today I'm doing my TV show review on X-Men 97 Season 2 with no spoilers. So, here are my overall thoughts about the second season of the series. I thought it was great. So, I still enjoyed the first season back in 2 years, but this one is still good, just like the first season. So, I was totally looking forward to this second season of the show, as well as Daredevil Born Again and some of the other projects for Marvel for this year, since I've been waiting 2 years until they were making the second season because I still wanted to know what happens next after the season 1 finale back in 2024. But now it's officially here. So I totally enjoyed the first season for the show itself since it already streamed on Disney Plus last month on July 1st, 2026. So there are like a total of 9 episodes for the series itself. I still wish they could make more than nine. Well, I guess it's just how the whole thing is. Since the first season from 2 years ago had a total of 10 episodes, but now this year, the second season has a total of 9 episodes for how the whole storyline is. But at least it's still a nice amount. But like I said before, I still wish they could make more than like a couple of episodes, but I totally get this is just how the way it is. For the cast members for the series, we get to see the returns of Ray Chase as Scott Summers, aka Cyclops. I still remember he did an outstanding job voicing Cyclops, just like how he did in the first season 2 years ago. I still have the quality for the character. He absolutely knocked it out of the park right here, since I still have his character accent for Cyclops, and he just still nails it for it, since he totally crushed it as always. And same thing with Jennifer Hell as Jean Grey, and also she is also voiced by Meta Lane. I thought she did a great job voicing both of those characters, especially Jean herself, since she still did a great job playing as Jean since in season 1. I still love the character accent for Jean Grey for Jennifer as always, since she's still nailing that. And we get to see JP Carlack as Morph. I thought he still did a good job voicing Morph, just like how he did in the first season back in 2024. Says I still have the funny moments for Morph. I love his great sense of humor as always, just like how I did in the first season for the show itself. I just totally love how he still crushed as Morph with a great sense of humor and also the good character accent for him too. And we also get to see the return of Cal Dodd as Wolverine, since I still love the voice acting for Cal, like how he did a good job playing as Wolverine, just like how he did in season 1. So I really love the great character accent for him as Logan in the show, since I totally love how that turns out for him. And we get to see like Holly Cho as Jubilee, since I'm glad she is back to play as her. Very great job for Holly Cho as Jubilee. I still love the voice acting for her. And we get to see Matthew Waterson as Magneto. He still did a very nice job playing as Magnus for the show, like he did before in season 1. And same thing with Isaac Robertson Smith as Bishop. So he did a good job playing as Bishop too, and seeing well as Aaron Hughes as Kurt slash Nightcrawler. So very great cast right here, and even Chris Potter as Nathan Summers, aka Cable, since he did a good job voicing Cable, just like how he did in season 1. And we get to see Ross McCartan as Professor X as Shaw Receiver. I apologize for not pronouncing his last name right. I'm still working on my pronounces, but he still did a good job voicing Charles, just like how he did in season 1. Since it's really nice to see the professor coming back from the dead as always. Well, actually, just coming back from the dead is what I meant to say. But yeah, I'm glad we get to see Professor X making his return since the end of season 1 and also the rest of season 2. And I'm glad we get to see Apocalypse in the second season. So I was very impressed how Apocalypse turns out, since I love how the first 3 episodes were taking place like in the different timelines right here, since the rest of the team got separated in three different dimensions for like the three different timelines, since Bishop and the other X-Men are planning on getting them back to the 90s. So I feel like the flashback scenes for those episodes gave me like Age of Apocalypse vibes because of some parts of it turns out. But still, I just totally dig those episodes in my opinion. So I love how they were starting off with a 3 episode premiere, which I didn't notice that, but I personally like how they did that. And I totally love like the name of the episodes, like the Age of Apocalypse parts 1 and 2, which is like the third and fourth episode. But yeah, I just totally dig some of those other episodes in my opinion. I feel like the first three ones are like my favorites. Well, I feel like the first and second episodes are possibly like my favorites in my opinion, but still I totally did like some of the other ones. But I know I said this a lot of times before, but if you guys already seen the whole season like I have, you already know the whole thing. But if you haven't, I won't spoil a thing because that's what I usually do for my TV show and movie reviews here on the channel. Since I don't spoil it, just in case if you guys haven't like caught up on any of the episodes or haven't seen the full series in general. But I still did like the cool scenes for Apocalypse because I always wanted to see him in action in season 2 because I know I've seen like the leaked trailers for season 2 since last year during New York Comic Con 2025, since they were like showing off like the leaked videos of the trailer itself and also the concept art and the posters for the characters too. And I'm glad we're getting some other new characters like Angel, Psylocke, and yeah, all that is really good since I'm glad we're getting like some new characters for the X-Force. So that is really cool that we get to see some of the other new characters that are showing up in the series, which is pretty cool. And yeah, I'm glad we get to see some of the cool scenes with Psylocke and Angel. So yeah, that is just a very great thing to see. Well, actually, it was just pretty great to see those characters. And yeah, I totally did like the good scenes between Wolverine and Morph from like the other episode, which is I think it was like the fifth episode, if I'm not mistaken. Why not? I've seen it once, but still, it was pretty good since I love the great moments between those characters, in my opinion. But yeah, I just love the great scenes with Morph as always, since he still cracks me up right here, since I still know that JP totally crushed it with the character, with the lines, and also everything else too. But I also love the great moments between Magnus and Charles Xavier too. So I just really love those great moments too. Same thing with Beast, Rogue, and Nightcrawler. So I just really love those great moments between those characters too, and even Storm and Bishop. So yeah, I just really love all the great moments with those characters. I thought they just really know those scenes in my opinion, since I really love how these two characters always get together and always have each other. So that's just very good to me, since I really love how that is turned out. Since that's what I like about those type of moments for every project. I just love how the characters always helping out each other, and yeah, it was just very good. And I really love like some of the emotional parts. I won't spoil a thing just in case, since they still knocked it out with the emotional parts, just like how they did with the first season. Even poor Gambit with his death scene back in season 1. But I won't spoil the rest of everything. But at least I really love all the cool scenes and everything else. I love the good moments between Scott and Jean, as always, like in the first season. But yeah, I just really love the fight scenes as always. I am a real sucker for awesome fight sequences. I am a real sucker for that as always, since that is just like one of my favorite parts of the seasons, like how they are going against like the X Force and also Apocalypse. But yeah, I just really dig that part. And I also love the scene how Wolverine says, "We're back, baby," in that classic meme look. I just love how they add like some of the old X-Men comic book reference into one of the episodes, especially the one I just mentioned with Wolverine, like how he uses his claws and do his finger like this when he moves it like that. And it says, "I'm back, baby." So that is just pretty cool how they did that. I just love that scene from like the fifth episode, if I'm not mistaken. But Yeah, that was just a pretty good reference in my opinion. I just love how they add like some of the classic X-Men references from the comics too. So yeah, very great references overall. That's like the best one ever. And I will say that I totally did like the apocalypse scene since they just really did a good job like crushing with the apocalypse scenes. And some parts can be a little confusing because I hate when some parts of like some of the episodes are a bit off, but they weren't that off as much because the rest of the parts of the quality and everything else are 100% good, but just a bit for some of the episodes. But at least it wasn't that bad, but they could just like keep on track of that as always. But at least it wasn't that bad though. But at least I'm starting to get like some parts that make a lot of sense because that's what I like for every TV show and movies as always for these projects. But I just totally dig that right here. But yeah, I'm glad we get to see some apocalypse action because I still wanted to see that happening. Why I feel like it still like gives me like the Age of Apocalypse vibes because of his backstory for some of the episodes, like the first three episodes and even the fourth episode, because how the way it turns out. But I won't give many details for each of them because, like I said, I won't spoil a thing just in case. But yeah, I just really love all the good fight scenes between the X Men, the and Apocalypse is what I meant to say. But still, very great scenes overall. Though I totally love the references and the animation itself still looks good as always since they totally crush it with the animation just like how they did with season 1 back in 2024. But yeah, I still love how they are giving like that continuation from the first three episodes because, like I said before, I just wanted to see what happens next right after they were separately stranded in three different dimensions. But I totally dig all the cool action sequences, and even I love some of the scenes how Morpho shape shifting to Deadpool. That was just pretty cool, just like how we've seen in the trailer itself. But yeah, that was just pretty good for what we're seeing in my opinion. Though I just totally dig everything else for the second season of the show, and hopefully we will get a season 3 in 2027. Hopefully we will get another season of X-Men 97 next year because if I remember this correctly, they are gonna make like season 3 because I heard the third season is in works, well in the works right now. But yeah, I heard something like that because hopefully we will get a third season because I still enjoy this show right here. Well, even though the first season was still my favorite season of the series itself, but I totally dig the new season right here. But I still love how it gives out the continuation of what happens next after the events of the first season from the finale itself. But yeah, I just totally dig all the cool scenes. I love the Nightcrawler scenes and also everything else. But they still nailed it with the animation as always, just like how they did with the first season back in a few years. But yeah, I can't wait to see what else is gonna happen next in the series itself. I'm really looking forward to season 3. Hopefully, we will get some of the other characters too in the third season. I heard it's in the works, but still, hopefully, we will get that season next year in 2027, like late, mid, or later in 2027 or late 2027 is what I meant to say. But hopefully that will actually happen, or maybe we'll just wait for the next 2 years for season 3 to show up. But hopefully they will stream it on Disney Plus next year. But at least I still had a good time with the second season. I totally dig all the cool scenes. And yeah, I'm still looking forward to the second season itself, as I already mentioned, just like how I was with Daredevil and also some of the other MCU projects for this year. But still, this one was a huge hit and it was a very good blast in my opinion. So I don't have anything else to say. I just thought the second season was good. Well, I still enjoyed the first season, but this one was very extremely cool in my, well, actually I don't want to say the same thing. I apologize about that. But what I meant to say was I still enjoyed the second season and I absolutely loved it. So I don't have anything else to say. I just thought the second season was a huge hit, just like the first season. So that is it for now. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I'll see you later.